The Cincinnati Bengals are at home for Week 2, another AFC North beef squash affair. The Baltimore Ravens coming in off an opening season victory.
Jackson doing his dance. Off he goes again. Jackson. First down and 1.
Game features two big-name QBs, both coming in off subpar outings, though Lamar's didn't cost him the game.
As soon as Joe Burrow's looking, he's on his horse because the pressure's there, and Myles Garrett is the one who gets home.
Jackson faced pressure 42.3% of the time, still went 17 for 22 for a healthy 7.7 yards per attempt, doing it all without his blue blanket Mark Andrews.
Jackson on third down, wide open, it's caught, Flowers.
Still, Cincinnati's defense doesn't take on an Enfuego Lamar. He had a sub-80 rating versus Houston, no TDs, a pick, and under 170 yards passing.
Jackson again under pressure. Was it picked? Yes, it was.
Are you a flock optimist, or should it be flocking? If so, you think Jackson is still getting comfy at the new offensive controls. This isn't Star Wars where you just jump in a ship you've never seen and fly off like a boss.
Jackson's pass towards the end zone. Caught Beckham over the shoulder.
The Bengals' Week 1 showing against the pass, though, could mean for a delay in true Lamar liftoff. They held Deshaun Watson to 154 yards passing, just 5.3 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, an INT, and a sub-70 rating.
Throws, intercepted, picked off by Dax Hill.
Andrews being back would bring a significant alteration to the Ravens' aerial attack. As far as defending the tight end, Bengals held Cleveland's David Njoku to 24 yards.
Bounces off the hand of Njoku on the pass by Watson.
Will we see more from OBJ this week? He was quiet in his Baltimore debut, just 37 yards. Baltimore's Rashad Bateman had a similar opener, just 35 yards. The guy Jackson honed in on, slot receiver Zay Flowers, 10 targets. No one else had more than 3.
Flowers! Boy, the dynamism in this kid's legs, just incredible.
The rookie with a nice debut going for 9 catches, 78 yards.
Jackson on third down, wide open, it's caught, Flowers.
Those dudes will do battle with Cincinnati cornerbacks Mike Hilton, Cam Taylor-Britt, and Cheeto Awuzie. Yeah, Awuzie played in Week 1. I got disinformation, I tell ya.
Pops up the football and recovered by the Bengals. Awuzie.
Bengals defense still has to defend the run well in this game, something they did not do well last game. Baltimore's O-face was still run dominant in Week 1, 22 pass attempts, 32 rush attempts. Jackson leading the way with 38 yards on 6.3 a run.
Off he goes again. Jackson. First down and 1.
Justice Hill could get increased play this week. He scored twice last week, and so could Gus Edwards. 8 carries, 32 yards, that's 4 a run.
Is Edwards, and he's going to bang it in for the 2 points.
Cincinnati gave up 206 yards rushing on 5.2 a carry and a touchdown to the Browns. They gave up 45 yards and a TD to Watson, and they allowed Nick Chubb 5.9 yards per carry, 106 yards. They should get tested plenty again.
A hole for Chubb. Nick Chubb taking it to the outside.
One way to keep Baltimore's run game off the field, make them chase points, which they did not make Cleveland's offense do. Bengals offense spending a lot of time on the sideline last week.
So poised, but you've sensed some frustration.
Joe Burrow got the biggest check anyone has ever received, then dropped the biggest dud you'll ever see from him. Under 90 yards passing, 2.6 yards per attempt, a low 50s rating.
And I'm not sure he would have had a first down even coming down with it because of the coverage.
It would help if he could get more time this week. He didn't get a lot of it in Week 1. He only got sacked twice, but he got hit 10 times. That's a lot. Pressured 36.4% of his dropbacks. Over 30 is no bueno.
Burrow in trouble. Burrow is dumped.
Baltimore's pass rush could bring just as much heat if Week 1 means anything. 5 sacks, 10 QB hits, a pressure rate near 40.
Play action, fake handoff to Pierce. Stroud running for his life, sacked.
Their rush came from all over the field, too. 5 different guys had one, 3 second-level linebackers, a safety, and a DT.
On fourth down, they roll the dice. Sacked. Patrick Queen.
Baltimore's strong showing up front led to a strong showing in back, held CJ Stroud to a rating under 80, just 5.5 yards per attempt, no touchdowns.
Delivers a strike, it's caught. What a pass. Robert Woods going up high for it.
Huday's line of thinking this week, Burrow and his wideouts present a much more difficult challenge than Stroud and company. Burrow going back-to-back games looking like that, as likely as game preview guy getting asked to fill in for Morgan Freeman on some voiceover work. And it goes without saying, if Burrow threw for less than 100 yards, then Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase all come in icy as well.
Burrow lets it fly. Broken up. Higgins, intended receiver.
Maybe don't call the Ravens Tweety or anything like that this week.
Rush coming. Burrow bounces off the hand of Chase.
X Factor, permanently on Joe Mixon's jersey. He was kind of their lone bright spot last week on offense. Over 50 yards, over 4 a run.
Mixon gets to the clear. Joe Mixon.
Oh, one other X Factor, DeMarcus Robinson. If he comes through for the Ravens this week, it would be huge, being he plays for the Rams. I was just making sure people were listening. Well done, everyone. You passed the test. Ace the test by dropping in who you think takes this AFC North Peter versus the chicken like beef in the comments section. Score is important. It can be insulting to the other fan base. Let's see if any of our panel of 10 has any insulting digits.